G'day and welcome to this week's real estate market update. I do hope you're having a fantastic week. Lots to unpack this week. Latest blog article is now available at martinuzzi.com.au. Click the link below and have a read. If you're in property mode, no doubt some useful information in there for you. I'll unpack it briefly here today for you. So a recent survey, 87% of Australians believe that property prices will climb this year, and half of those believe that it'll rise more than 5%. Now, we saw fairly significant gains last year across most parts of Australia and here on the Sunshine Coast as well. My expectations is that we'll see property prices go up around 7% on the Sunshine Coast, and what the consensus is saying that we'll see greater gains in the first half of the year, and we're already seeing 2026 kick off with a bang. A lot of buyer demand out there, and because there's a lack of property availability, that's keeping competition quite fierce, and it's keeping prices quite buoyant and climbing. Huge amount of demand in that $700,000 to $900,000 category, and still significant demand anything up to 1.2, and even nice newer homes, renovated homes, starting to achieve some amazing prices that have never been seen before here on the Sunshine Coast. So again, a lot of demand, and we're expecting that to continue throughout the first half of the year. But as affordability constraints rise towards the second half of the year, living costs constraints as well, they do, and I believe this to be true as well, we do expect the second half of the year to start to stabilise as well with property price growth. So certainly a buoyant start to the year anyway. First homeowner scheme launched last year in October. A lot of people taking advantage of that. But since this time last year, we've seen those property prices climb significantly. And now in half the suburbs around Australia, that first homeowner scheme just isn't applicable because affordability's gone over the cap for that scheme to be relevant. So it's a bit of a shame, and it's a sort of double-edged sword. But that's certainly what we've seen here on the Sunshine Coast as well. Anything in that sub $1 million range has just pushed up significantly since that scheme started late last year. So that's a brief recap of what we put into this week's article. A lot more information in there for you, so have a read of that. As always, if there's anything we can help you with, reach out, give us a buzz, send us an email, or message us below wherever you're watching this on socials. Have a great week ahead.